With the great patriots of America, I bet you can.
I played Black Ops 2 back in 2014, mother. Shut your mouth. Yesterday I deleted Dick Cheney. I didn't know his gamer tag was Big Black Dick. I wondered why.
I can't even fucking play.
I really don't even know what I'm doing.
Power, power, power. Now, you are playing with power.
Punch Out by Nintendo.
Play with power.
11 world-class contenders. Take them down with your controller, beat them all, and you've got a shot at Tyson's title.
Power.
But for that, you've got to beat Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's Punch Out from Nintendo. Now you're playing with power.
I love the Power Glove. It's so bad.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Bayou Geeks. I'm your host, Phatty316. How you doing this week? We've had a long week, and we got a special week planned for y'all. And in the second chair, y'all know him. You'll love him. He's the one, the only. Mr. MaximusG420. What's going on, my friend?
What's good, baby? What's good? How y'all all doing out there, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. And in third chair this week, you know him. You'll love him.
Direct from out of the wasteland. He's bad. He's beautiful. He's crazy. It's the man with no name.
And this week, he's Captain Derk.
Captain Kirk.
Kirk, Dirk,
Captain
whatever.
Kirk.
Whatever.
Damn it. He's doing so good, man. So good.
Get some glasses, bro.
Oh, man. Yo, what's good, Captain Kirk? How you doing this week, bro?
Well, Bengals are terrible. Bearcats are terrible. Reds on a roll. Now they're sitting at home. But the good news is the weather is nice and cool and crisp. Today was only 58. Straight cardigan weather.
Oh, we're going down tonight in the 50s, believe it or not.
We'll be in the 40s tonight.
It was 70 degrees this morning when I woke up, and I was like, what the hell?
And it was nice all day here.
It was beautiful
finally.
all day. Oh, yeah, everybody out there, make sure y'all like, subscribe, leave a comment, share, everything. Do all that good stuff. You know, it helps us out. It's free. Don't cost you nothing. But yeah, bro, that was fucking beautiful today. I actually did work outside. My dog broke my gate.
Oh, your dog broke your gate?
Yeah.
The little side gate that goes out to the side of the house by where the equipment is. He ran last night, and I heard him run, and he jumped on that gate. And I heard it, and it sounded kind of funny, but I was like, whatever, it's dark. It's 10:30. I'm trying to go to bed. I didn't pay no attention. Go out there this morning. The gate is pushed in. The lock is barely hanging on a piece of wood. Dang. On that one slat. And it was actually a full slat, so that was actually helped me out a little bit. So I spent like 40 minutes this morning fixing that. Fucking dog.
That dog was determined.
Bro, he's so strong. Our old fence that we had regular 6-foot fence, but it was old thin wood, and he broke 8 individual slats of wood.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was in less than a year and a half.
Man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, those pit bulls got that strength.
Bro, he's so strong. He doesn't know how strong he is half the goddamn time. And then when we got this new fence, I was like, all right, he ain't gonna do nothing to these because these were 6.5 foot, and they're thicker. And I was like, and they're spaced together, so there's not a lot of room, man. He finally broke the gate, and I was like, you son of a bitch. I was so pissed.
You mind if I cut in for a minute?
Go for
Okay.
it, bro. Just talking about a broken fence.
Well, I want to bring up what a good thing that happened this week. Our good friend John McCarthy, they started the Kickstarter for their new comic book, The Loop Guru. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Even though I should know it. Yeah, I should know, huh?
Should know.
But
Born
yeah,
and raised in Louisiana.
we here at the Bayou Geeks said anyone who want to get the book, help fund it, and a $10 more donation we'd bring on the show. And we didn't get a lot, but they are almost funded. I want to share this with y'all because I jumped on their site, Kickstarter site.
I looked at the site earlier today. They said it was only like 213 away or something.
Actually, it's not bringing it up for some reason. I don't know why.
Refresh the screen, baby.
Oh, I know why. Okay, maybe more trouble than I'll need.
More technical, huh?
Yeah, but
That's our super producer, Fred. That is the super producer.
I am the super. Hey, I was killing the other night on the sports show. Jesus. Let's see. No, they're at 24.29. They're $70 away as of right now.
Oh man, getting close.
And two of y'all did pay $10 that I know of. Mr. Derk.
Yep.
And another person that I won't bring out their name until later. I don't want to call them out. I need to tell Gary and Derk first. So, but yeah, we're $70, $71. Let's be technical.
Well, that's good.
So I cannot wait to see this book. I don't know why I can't share that screen. Maybe it's because I'm in the wrong browser.
Probably.
That's the only thing I can think.
What are you using?
Oh no! So, what happened there?
Nothing. Your screen went blank, so you were just
Okay. I turned off
for a second.
Yeah, I minimized it.
Yeah.
No, I have to open up a browser in Google because the StreamYard's running in Google. That's how I fixed the sound for the YouTube. I had to use the same browser on each screen.
That's what I thought.
The ones that were connected, yeah. So
they're not usually compatible. Like you try to use Firefox or.
Yeah, I was using Firefox, and Firefox wouldn't bring up the sound, even though I had them both on Firefox. But Google, because they both have something to do with Google.
Google's got the market cornered on that shit, bro. Like, I'm on a Mac and I have to go on Google.
Well, the thing is,
it wasn't going to work.
Google's even linked to StreamYard, so it makes everything a lot easier because everything, like especially with the YouTube, StreamYard, the browser, it's all connected. It makes everything easier to do for the show.
Oh yeah, of course, man. Got to make it streamlined.
Yeah, because you connect it with the same name and everything, and they all connect, and it makes it a lot easier, so much easier.
That's what's up.
But I forgot what I was going to do. But
you were just going to show us the website.
The comic, yeah.
If I could get in, because I've been having trouble with the Facebook on the Google. Let's see if it'll even let me. And I don't want to have to be like, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. I see here, man, fuck off. All right, but we'll get it. We'll figure it out.
He's gone again.
But minimized again.
But let's talk about why we're here this week. Because I'm gonna be real. Out of all the lists I've ever done since I've been doing this show, this was probably the hardest.
It's a difficult list, man. There was a lot of stuff from when we grew up that's nostalgia, just memory based. But then there's stuff that's come out, hell, in the last 10 years. It's just like it's just amazing. Like playing some of these video games, I'm like, this doesn't look like a video game. It's like a movie. It's like this is a movie, especially like cutscenes for stuff. That's the part that always blew me away. Like watch these trailers for video games that are coming out now. It's like a movie. They have soundtracks with great artists. Like the new Call of Duty that's coming out got Eminem on the soundtrack. Like,
oh damn,
as the intro. Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. It goes hard too, and it's old Eminem song too.
Oh man.
But I'm like, Jesus. So.
Yeah, I think I had to think back, like, what games did I like? I mean, that just I had to go based on emotional. It's like what they meant to me, and at that point in time, that was the only way I could do it. I mean, outside of that, it's like I played a lot of good games, but which ones really, I feel like made an impact on my life in a sense,
Same here. The arcade games count too.
Yeah, no, everything counts. Everything counts.
Right.
Everything counts.
That's why I didn't have to look up anything.
Hell, even a
didn't
Tiger
either.
handheld, I don't care. Hell, the little red dot football game. I mean, if that's one of your favorites all time.
Oh, I had that.
I think everybody had that, man. That was class. I brought my brother. He had one. He had like one of the classics. A couple years ago, I actually found one for him on eBay and like cleaned it up and shit.
I remember playing the baseball one. That was
I remember that.
That was like the easiest one. Is like, is it a home run or is it not? Oh shit, it's an out.
Click, click, click. That's how the buttons. Click, 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 click.
Little red dots everywhere. It's like that was the beginning of LED lights.
Right. That
You
little
had 6 of them.
football.
I was happy I just hit it. I hit
Exactly.
the ball.
I know.
It's
It's like,
going. Oh, I'm out.
that was a 90-mile-per-hour fastball. My bad. I guess my swing wasn't in time for that.
Right.
It's like you basically have to start hitting the button before the ball like left the pitcher's hand,
Pretty much.
or what it said.
And you're
that
like, I
left the
hit
hand.
it. Yeah.
I know it was always fun.
I hit it and I'm out.
Yeah, I said, oh shit, ground out to second.
Oh, yeah.
Wah, wah, wah. Oh man. Well, who's gonna start it off this time?
Shit. I think it's my turn.
Is it back? Is it? No, you did. You did the last one.
Actually, one of y'all go first because, like, I'm still kind of like I still got to figure out one. I mean, this is how hard this one was for me, so I'm trying to figure it out as we go along. I got my other ones.
You good to go, Derk?
Yep, I will go first.
Lead off, man, baby. Let's do it.
All right, this game is from the
Now, this
old
is
8-bit
five, we're going
Nintendo.
5 on up, right?
Yeah, we
Okay.
always do that. Yeah, it's the same.
Okay.
That's our format, bro.
Okay, number 5.
This game came out in the old 8-bit Nintendo, and the first game was good, but the second one put it on the map for me.
I know where you're going.
Yep, late
I know
80s. Everybody knows this one, Mega Man 2.
Whoa, he threw me for a fucking loop there.
Curveball, strike one.
No shit.
Wow, Mega Man.
Love Mega Man 2. Love Mega Man.
Mega Man 2, huh?
Mega Man 2.
Wow.
First one was good, but the second one, whoa.
I remember that. I have to agree with that. After 2, they got pretty good. The one was fucking hard.
Oh,
Yeah, one was difficult. They were all difficult.
Fucking
back
rock
then.
monster.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It wasn't so much the whole game as when you got to Dr. Wily in that last part as that clay monster looking thing. You had to dodge all the body parts before you even kill him or even attack him. It was like fuck. I remember
They had
that.
to bring him back a Mega Man 3. I saw you kidding. They brought him back in Mega Man 3. But he was easier for some reason.
I guess they had more complaints, but Mega Man 1 was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, Mega Man 1 wasn't bad. It was difficult though. Those games, the programming on it was so different. Like how random, like once you figured out the pattern, which is just like with any video game, but especially with the old video games, once you figured out the pattern,
yeah,
you just had to be able to repeat that pattern and be like, okay, when he jumps here, then I got to do this, then I got to jump back, then I got to go back here because if I don't, I'm gonna get hit by this fucking thing because it's killed me 18 times in a row. I'm playing this game for 3 days and I can't get past this fucking level.
Yep, all the time.
Those were always that's a good one, bro. I like that.
Man, Gutsman and all them.
Oh man,
but Mega Man 2, oh yeah, love that game.
Classic. I played. I got to 3 and that was it. I didn't get. I mean,
the 16-bit was great too. Mega Man X, that was good.
Yeah,
I don't think I played that one.
That was good.
All right. Well, my number 5 is an arcade game. And this game I spent probably thousands of dollars when video games used to be just a quarter. Just 1 quarter, folks. Google that shit. Video games used to cost a quarter to play in the arcade.
This is before this 50 cent era.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This is so long ago. And this is one of my all-time favorite classic games. I've spent thousands and thousands of hours. The spaceship was awesome. The bugs and the bees that you had to kill were cool. And once you figured out that there was a secret bee, you could get a free ship.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Galaga. Galaga, bro. I love that fucking game. I don't know why. It's just so simplistic. You could have it played on an 8-bit. You could play it on a 14K resolution right now. It's still the same game. It's so fucking cool, man. That game, I used to spend so many hours in the arcade playing that game.
And you would deliberately get caught by the aliens so you can get your ship back and use the two ships at the same time to blast them. That's what I would do.
Yep.
I looks like I'm kidnapped.
I would always try to leave one of those ships to the very end because it made it a lot easier.
Yeah. Well, the crazy part was too. There was in literally the first level, the very first one, there was a bee. I can't remember if it was a bee on the left side or the right side, but you left that one bee live after killing all the big monsters and the spiders or whatever the hell those things were, and that bee would eventually pop up, and you'd get a free ship, and then there was like, I think you got like 2 more lives or extra lives or some shit too. Like, it was some weird ass code. But I remember when somebody first taught me, and I was like, "You're fucking full of shit, right?" You're like, "Whatever, kid. You don't know what you're talking about. I've played this game for hours." And then you see him do it, and you're like, that was the first time I've ever seen like a code on an arcade game, because I'd seen them on some of the consoles that were out by then. You know, everybody knows the whole up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right. Oh man, Galaga.
Galaga, baby. Ooh, who's the girl?
That's none of that's Galaga, but all right. Yeah, Galaga was fucking awesome.
Galaga was great.
All right, Chris, what's your number 5?
I'm just going. Look, I didn't even have mine in order, but I'm just gonna go. I mean, like, my list could change. Like I said, I'm gonna go what I have now. But eventually I could probably be like, oh no, this would a game maybe later on down the road. But if I have to go with a number 5, Jesus, it's out of 1 or 2. But I'd have to go with this one, WCW NWO Revenge.
Yep, that's a good one. That's a good one.
The first game from THQ that changed the fucking game. I mean, they changed the game after that.
They did.
That's a good
And
game.
even WWE, and they were smart. They were like one exclusive to WCW. They were even with WWE making all their games, and the WWE ones got incredible. And when they got to buy PlayStation 2, Here Comes the Pain is probably the best video game of all time. I mean, it's up there.
Brock Lesnar, yep.
Yeah, and it was just cool. It had the NWO in it, and
That's always cool whenever they're able to get the little factions in there. It's always fun.
well, when they start doing the Raws were good because if you had an Xbox, you used to could burn your music on the Xbox, like download the songs, and you could use your songs. And when you made a CAW,
Yep.
I think it's CA creator character, whatever it is.
Yeah. One of my boys, he had his Xbox. What he did with it is he jailbroke his Xbox and was able to rent video games from Blockbuster on his external hard drive,
I know people
and
who
basically
do that.
zipped and stole all the games that he rented. He'd rent one game one night, bring it back the next night, and he would already have the full game because he literally copied the whole fucking thing.
I knew people that did that.
But then he said it started getting harder because of the fact that they started getting the non-rewritable discs that the games came on. They were rentals, so they were basically all like original copies you couldn't copy. But he ended up finding a way around that too. So that was
okay.
Yeah, he's like, Gary, he's like I can make you one. He's like, give me $200, for the same price of a brand new console, but you'll be able to have this one console.
Give me $200.
That's rewritable. It has every fucking game you can think of, even games you'll never play. But here you go. I got it all on the hard drive. No big deal. We're good to go.
Oh my god! Wow,
yeah, bro, it was fucking nutty.
He's the original Ghost in the Shell. Go watch that movie,
Pretty much,
guys.
bro. The last I heard of him, he got in trouble for hacking into the school.
Of course.
Yeah, way back in the day, he tried to hack into school in high school, and it wasn't even the school that I was at. That was the crazy part because we heard about it because we didn't go to the same school. I ended up going to an all-boys Catholic high school, and he was there at a different public school, even the public school different than I went to, and he hacked in. But he said that because of the system or the network that the school was on, you had to be in school to do it. So he got caught in the computer science class, hacking the fucking school, changing his grades and shit. And I'm like,
so he's doing the war game stuff. Matthew.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
Oh, bro. Would you like to play thermonuclear war?
Sure.
Yeah, that
Yes.
shit ain't
Game
funny
reward.
right now, yo.
Bro, that shit is that movie still. Matthew
Oh,
Broderick
man.
was so cool about that. That movie. He's like, want to play chess? Let's play
This
tic tac toe.
game, this game or war? What's the difference? I said, okay.
I know. I'm like, what?
Like, yeah, he's like, what's the difference?
There's a little bit of a difference there.
Yeah, there is.
Oh man. All right, I
That'd
guess
be
I'll start it off with number 4, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. My number 4 was pretty easy.
Hmm.
They just made a movie about it. Like it's Super Mario Brothers. Like I don't it's not like the greatest game in the world, but I can't
Okay.
even tell you how many hours when I was a kid and that was the only game that I could have because we were poor. So,
Now you talking about the Super Mario Brothers, the original?
yeah. Yeah, the
Anything
original
after?
anything. Oh, I like all. You know what? All of them are, but they're all different. Like I remember when the first Mario Kart came out, that was fucking awesome. But it all stemmed from the original Super Mario Brothers.
Shit, I remember 2 was like the first game I can remember that was ever like had a like big major news story behind it. Because people were like fighting for it for Christmas and
Christmas,
shit like
yep.
that. Yeah,
I remember that.
They had like a 2020 story on it. I remember.
I remember that too.
Let me see if I can find it real
No,
quick.
I know. Now I know. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh, wait a second. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they did do that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
your boy with the mustache.
Tom Brokaw?
No, it was the dude who used to do like the news stories for 2020, I think it was.
Geraldo?
No.
I remember Geraldo, that dude.
No,
He
I'd have to. I don't want to sit here trying to look for it.
He was Jerry Springer before Jerry Springer, bro.
He was.
Geraldo used to always have the neo-Nazis on one side and then a bunch of black people on the other side. And you're like, this ain't gonna work, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
he had the chair for
Flat power!
Oh my god.
He threw a chair at him.
You almost made it to the 20-minute mark. Holy shit, we almost made it to the 20-minute mark.
Hey, y'all set yourselves up for that one. I'm sorry. You can't blame me for that one.
Hey, bro, somebody said Geraldo, and that's the first thing I could think of was motherfuckers throw chairs across the fucking stage well before Jerry Springer was doing it.
Yeah, and then Word Al did a parody of him on UHF. He got a chair thrown at him.
That movie was so funny, dude. Weird Al Yankovic is so funny. He's like, today we're gonna make the Chihuahua fly. Throws that bitch out the window. There's a fucking pile of dogs outside his house from the second floor. I'm like, oh my god.
And Michael Richardson's in it.
Oh my god, yeah, Kramer. He was with the mop in the bucket.
Yep.
He was the janitor.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there were so many people in that movie.
Oh
bro.
yeah.
That movie was so funny. I
Open
tried to tell
wide.
people. I did with the hose. I get to drink from the fire hose. Kid's gone. It's fucking Jaws in the next room.
And then they did the Rambo parody. He shot 2 bullets and they all die.
They did so much fucking weird shit on that show. Oh my god. Oh shit. Here we go, getting off topic again.
Oh no.
All right, Chris. What's your number 4? Your number 4 video game of all time.
If I have to go with number 4, this is probably the one game. This don't have so much an emotional, but I guess longevity with me. Or like longevity. I'm sorry. Skyrim for the Xbox 360.
That's a good move.
I've been playing that game for over 10 years, and it's still, you could start it over and have fun with it, and they still keep adding shit to this fucking game.
It's one of the longest running games. I've seen that.
It's like 12 years old.
Yep.
And I started playing, and it's like somebody like me, I was never an RPG person. Hey, Chris, hey.
Gets.
I can't hear you.
She's coming to get you.
Hi.
Fuck,
Skyrim.
where was I going? Yeah, she threw me off.
Skyrim, yeah. I know. Sorry.
Skyrim.
Sorry that she walked in the shot, bro.
No, okay. I know where I was going. The RPG, it's like I don't like RPGs. I never, because it was too complicated, like the Final Fantasies and shit. You can open this menu just to commit a fucking spell. You know, fuck all that. Now this game made like people who wasn't RPG pros easy. You know what I'm saying?
The learning
it wasn't
curve was
complicated.
Yeah,
you
the learning
know,
curve was simple. Yeah.
And you, as you play and you want to learn to do more shit like crafting and shit like that, you would learn it, and it's easier to learn.
That's what's up. Yeah, no, there's a lot of games that are like that. Like there's a new one that just came out. It's called Starfield. It's just like that.
Yeah.
I have it.
Yeah,
I haven't played it yet.
It's I've seen so many videos and whatnot on it because a lot of the streamers that I watch that play the video games, they have that on there, and I'm just like, my God, the graphic. It looked like we were talking about earlier before we came on. It looks like a fucking movie. It's like you look at this shit, and you're just like, God, I couldn't even imagine learning like as a child now, seeing what the technology, like what it's going to be by the time they're our age that we are. Because what we've come through from 8-bit 4-button.
Think of the first WrestleMania to the games, the wrestling games now.
Oh my God!
Oh no!
I tried to do the Undertaker move and do it. DDT, I could never get it.
And I can't remember. I'm pretty sure Pro Wrestling was out before WrestleMania, wasn't it? And it was a lot better game than WrestleMania
It was.
was.
Oh, yeah. Starman.
Yeah, so it shows you I mean, Pro Wrestling would probably still hold up today, just to have fun with.
That was fun.
And okay, wait, and we'll just finish with Skyrim, huh?
Skyrim.
But yeah, that's a fun. I mean, like I said, if you're not into RPGs, this one's at least. It's like the Conan game I play online. It's almost like that, environmental, but it's not online. It's just a game by yourself. The online sucks.
Okay.
Reminds me of fucking Warcraft.
So it's not like an open world.
No, it's open world.
Oh,
no,
okay.
it's open. Skyrim's huge, dude. It's like
I'm not talking about Skyrim. I was talking about what you were just talking about.
The online.
Yeah.
No, it's the way they did their online. It's just weird. I don't like it. They should have tried to like base it around more like World of Warcraft type, where you see the people in the game, but like if they go on the same mission as you, but you're not with them, they like just disappear out of thin air. It's crazy. It's crazy how they did it, And I was never a fan of it. As much as I like Skyrim, I never really played it online. I like simple games online, like Red Dead Redemption. Where I could just free roam the whole map and just go do bounties. I'm not a people. I got too old to get on there with a bunch of people. Yeah, I did. I mean, when I was, 20s, yeah, I was doing that shit all the fucking time. Especially NASCAR. That shit got ugly. I want to hear some game talk on NASCAR. No matter what race you were, motherfuckers were talking shit.
Yeah, I can imagine, bro. It's like old Call of Duty lobbies. There were so many swear words. I was like, Jesus, you sound like you're 7. What? How did you know what that word even means? Like, that's not a word that I would think a 7-year-old from any time period would know.
I know.
What the fuck?
Or 7-year-olds freak out when they get killed.
You're a bitch. Like,
no, I heard so many horrible words. So many from these kids. I put my shit on mute half the time.
Well, NASCAR was like those were grown men playing that game. That wasn't kids. Kids were more like Halo and shit like that. You would when they kill you and shit. It's like, you little dirty fucker, get laid.
Get a pair of balls. Holler at me when you get some hair on your nuts, bro. Get out of here.
Holler at me when they drop.
Fuck you, man. That's not cool. I fuck your mom.
Yeah, they would talk some mean, crazy shit,
Oh shit! Oh my
you
God,
bastard!
Oh my goodness!
I seen a meme like that the other day where the guy comes in and she's like, "Say hi to my new boyfriend or whatever," and he's like, "Hey, are you Star Killer 69?" He's like, "What?" He's like, "Nobody's ever called me that." He's like, "Remember when I tell you I was gonna fuck your mom? Guess what I'm doing tonight?" Goes to the store, walks off, and the kid's just sitting there like, "Are you fucking?" Little 12-year-old's like, "What the fuck? I haven't used that name in years." Yep. Wow. Gotcha. Oh shit! All right, Derk.
Derk. I was about to say we forgetting all about Derk. Go ahead, Derk.
No, Derk. Derk, what's your number 3?
Well, this is the arcade one. This was back. This arcade almost showed up at Showbiz or Chuck E. Cheese Pizza.
Uh-oh.
Yep, this was a 50-cent game back in 1983.
80. Wait, hold on. 83. Hold on. Look on. Let's try to guess this. Let's have fun with it at least. All right, 1983, 50 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck E. Cheese, you said Showbiz.
Both.
Yeah, Showbiz. Okay, so one of those kind of
50
places.
50 cents. 1983. I mean, I'm young as fuck. I mean, I don't remember the games back then.
All right, another clue. The game was made by legendary Don Bluth, who made Secret of M.
You've talked about this fucking game before. I got you. I know it.
And my name.
I
is
like
the
to
main
answer
character.
the question. I like to
The
answer the
Daring's in
question.
it, and it's Dragon's Lair.
Oh shit!
I love.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Love
like,
that
man.
game.
When you say when Chris said when Fatty said he got it, I was like, what the fuck? What game?
When he said Don Bluth, I knew right
Mhm.
then and there who he was talking
He made
about.
the video game. It was either that or Space Ace, but I had to go to Dragon's Lair because the main character has my name in it, Derk the Daring.
Yeah, well, you got to kind of do that, you know.
Love that game. I'm playing a cartoon for real. Oh my god!
They
got
made
it
a
on
lot of
DVD
games
now.
like that, especially when it came to Sega CD. That's when those games started hitting like there. Even though if you look at how they really are played and made, it's really cheap, sucks. It's like you just got to move to the spot where it tells you to do or grab the sword. Some shit like that. Like now that game you could probably play as that character and do whatever you want,
Oh yeah, if they were to
See,
remake that game now with the Unreal Engine 5, are you shitting me?
Just with like in a third person. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't even attempted that with that game.
It's because they got so many other different games. You know how many games are in the pipeline that we have no idea about? There's literally thousands of video games out there right now that aren't getting any kind of rep because nobody plays them because they're just, they don't have the presence for it. They're a small little company. They're not like a big AAA studio.
Did you ever play the second one, Derk?
Man, that was hard as hell.
I remember the second one more than I do the first one. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, he goes back in time to rescue Princess Daphne from Morlock. That's a hard game. That was a hard one.
Did y'all ever play Time Traveler? I may have brought this up before.
Oh, is that
the hologram game?
Oh yeah, yep.
I know which one you're talking about. I never played it. I never got into that game, but I know which game you're talking
It
about.
was the same kind of thing as Dragon's Lair, but it was just a hologram on the screen. Or I guess they made it look like it was a hologram the way it was.
Well,
the technology.
Cowboy, the cowboy, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Crazy thing is they could have put that on a disc and someone probably would have bought it. I remember that game. I just want to see how far it goes. Because you know you're only getting so far.
Yeah.
And that was a 50-cent game too, I think.
Oh, yeah,
hologram.
Sounds like it. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. That sounds like a 50-cent game.
Oh man, Derk went with Dragon's Lair, classic.
That's what's up. All right. Well, my number 3. This is a game where I learned to talk shit to a friend that played it with me because it was only fun when you played against somebody because you could just pick one team with Bo Jackson and no one can stop you. And you had him then make a rule that no one can use the Raiders. And I'm talking about Super Tech Mobile. You cannot play with Bo Jackson because he is just going to go up and down, up and down. And everybody's just going to be diving. You could run to the goal line, run back all the way to the other goal line, run back up and down, do it twice. You can burn out the whole clock in one play with Bo Jackson.
Oh yeah, everybody wanted.
Yeah, I don't know. The only guy who can catch him was Ronnie Lott because he was just as fast.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you couldn't fuck with Jerry in that game either.
No, there was never an interception. There was never an interception when you threw it to Jerry Rice. He was always catching it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Super Tecmo Bowls, when they got when they had the screen, it would change when it was a close play, and then it showed like the guy just with the other guy's hands underneath it, and he catches it above it. It was like the first time I seen like a cutaway, and it was like, what the fuck is that?
Do y'all
That's
remember
so cool.
John Elway's quarterback?
I remember it.
I remember
it was
it.
on arcade. Then they brought it to 8-bit Nintendo.
I remember it, but I never played it.
It was kind of lame, bro. But I found the hack in it. You run a reverse play, and like I don't know, for some reason the running back would just gain so much speed, no one could catch you. And like with Bo Jackson, you could just run around in circles. Literally, it's like, okay, how the fuck did that happen?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it was fucking great, dude.
That's how I won a Super Bowl with that running back.
That's what's up.
Bo Jackson.
Super Techno Bowl. Yeah, that was a classic.
Yeah, man, that was a classic game, dude. I played that shit so, and that's where you would talk shit to your friend. You only had 3 plays to pick from, you know, had a run play, a pass play, and fucking another run play. It's not hard, you know. I think Super Tecmo Bowl, you had 6 plays that you could pick from.
Yep.
And then like the defense had 6 plays they could pick from, but if they picked the right defense against your offense, you're fucked. But Bo Jackson couldn't get you. He would get away no matter what.
Bo or Marcus Allen.
Yeah, well, no, but Bo Jackson was the one that was unstoppable.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was the one that they just hate. He was 99. He was or maybe he might have been 100. He
Had
was
to
the
be.
only guy on that video game that was ever that skilled.
I know.
Oh my god!
Even if you tackle him, he shakes you off. I hated
He
that
just break the tackle real fast. Beep, beep,
real
beep, beep,
quickly.
beep, beep, beep.
Couldn't stand it.
Yeah, that son of a bitch. Oh man. All right, we're back around. Captain Kirk, you're number 2.
Actually, no,
Yeah.
it'd
I
be
thought it was
it's number
Chris.
3.
Oh,
Actually, I think you went out of turn, Gary. You should
No, I
have.
didn't.
I should have went number 3 because you went 4.
Yeah, you did go number 3, and we just went around to me to finish.
No,
my number-
I only did my
I'm
number
on 3.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just did your 3. We still
Yeah.
haven't done our 3s.
What are you talking about? We just did 3s.
No, we did
Well,
4.
you did.
You did. Yeah, you would have.
Oh. But that was my number.
Yeah, that was your number 3.
Well, okay. Look, we'll just keep going, and I'll do the next one. Dirk does
Okay.
the last. Fine.
Well, then whatever. Then huh?
Yeah. All right. My number 3 is it was. I'm gonna say it was the superior of the 2 Techno Super Bowl. The next game, the second one, the far superior game of the 2, which it was. They got the license to the NFL. They had all the teams, 28 teams at the time. Techno Super Bowl. They were keeping stats. You could do the whole season, go to the championship games, go to the Super Bowl. And they had kept. I like the stat thing, keeping all the stats, and they would even name the MVPs at the end of the year and shit like that. And you could add more plays. You could change your plays in that one.
Yeah. See, I don't remember playing that one because by that
What?
time I was
That
playing.
game was, dude. You couldn't find that game. That game was so sold out everywhere you went.
And maybe that's why I probably couldn't play it, bro. What the fuck?
I refuse to believe you never played Techno Super Bowl, man. The second one.
I remember that one. Yeah.
If you play, I mean, that was like, God, dude, that thing was so great. They had the Dome Patrol on it. It was awesome.
Yeah, no, I don't remember.
The Saints won their first Super Bowl with that game. I made fucking Bobby Hebert look like Joe Montana, man. Eric Martin and Dalton Hilliard and Ironhead Haywood. Yeah. Oh man, Techno Super Bowl. Okay. Reason why now this is an emotional or sentimental game for the fact that to me that game was like always a holiday game with your family, especially your brothers and shit, and whoever will come over for like Thanksgiving and Christmas and shit. Y'all be in that fucking room playing that fucking game. You know, got like 5 new games, but nah, fuck that. Put Techno Super Bowl in. Let's go at it.
Yeah, no, I've played, but I didn't play it as much as Tecmo Bowl, like the first one. Like I played that one. Forever, bro. Like I played that one.
Love Tecmo Bowl.
It's the OG, bro. Sorry.
Yeah.
I like the OG. What do you want me to do?
LA Raiders.
I'm telling you, Bo Jackson was a shit.
See, and now on Techno Super Bowl, I love the Saints, but if I played against my friends, I was always San Francisco because I had Montana and Rice and Roger Craig. I couldn't go wrong.
Yep. Yeah, those 3 were pretty good.
Just launch a bomb to Jerry.
Yeah, he'll catch it. No big deal.
No doubt about it.
Then they had the little cutscenes too in Techno Super Bowl, if you remember. Now, well, Gary said he didn't remember, but they had the little cutscenes, the cheerleaders, the band, and
I remember that. No, I've played that. I just didn't play it. I never had it. Like I never owned it, so I couldn't play it nearly as much. I had to go. If I played that, I was at a friend's house, so I had regular Tecmo Bowl. That's what I would play all the fucking time because wasn't nobody at my house. My sister won't play no video games with me. Oh yeah, halftime was funny. The little cheerleader dance thing.
Yeah,
I'm out there. Yeah,
yep.
But yeah, Techno Super Bowl. But all right, Derk, go ahead, knock out.
Well, this one came out in 1991. This one I first got Super Nintendo, and it's part of a trilogy, kind of. And it's Contra 3 Alien Wars.
Oh shit, Contra 3.
That was an awesome game.
3,
Graphics and everything. Love that game.
Yeah, it was upgraded graphics, bro. That's why.
Yeah.
So I remember Contra and Super Contra.
Yeah, that's about my
I never got to the Contra 3. I heard of it, but I never. It was other things.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Even the music was awesome.
Yeah, let me see. 91. What I was what? Shit, I was 14. Yeah, I was doing drugs by that time.
Not me. I was still watching wrestling hardcore.
So was I.
Wait, 91? Yeah, I was in my last year of it.
Yeah.
I was
Until the
still
summer of 91.
I would still watch wrestling, but usually it'd be because we're passing a joint around watching wrestling.
Oh, summer 91's the summer I changed. I went from wrestling to music. So
I stuck with wrestling. Amazing. But yeah, Contra 3 was a great game.
Yeah, I never
Super
did play
NES.
that one. It was Super NES. Like I said, yeah, I remember playing Super Contra, but I don't remember playing Contra 3. I guess so.
I remember Super Contra was fun too. Like I just love the fact that you could actually play with another player.
Yep.
That was the coolest part to me. It was like it wasn't a single player game anymore. It was like you could actually play at the same time. What? Blows your mind. Now you can play with an infinite number of people depending on what game you're playing in it, especially if you're playing in these fucking Unreal Engine 4's open world games and shit, like like we were talking about, like Starfield, which is like what? Like because you could team up with people and go on all these missions and do all this stupid. I was just watching streamers doing that. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? That's so cool. And they're all around the world. That's the coolest part to me now, is that you can play these video games with anybody, anywhere, at any time. They can be on the opposite side of the world. Doesn't even matter.
Yeah, that's true. But yes, Contra 3.
That's
Alien
what's up.
Wars.
All right. Well, then who's got the number 2 then? Who's going for number 2? Who goes first on this?
No, you know it's you still.
It's me. I just went the first one on the 3.
Oh, I do it. My fault.
See?
I do it, yeah.
See?
All right. I know what my number 2 is. Pretty easy. If you look real hard, you'll see
it. What?
That's my number 2. T2, the arcade game.
Okay.
Like I said, I had an epiphany about that fucking game. I dreamt it one night. It was like, that would be a cool game. And like a couple months later, I walk in the arcade. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, I thought this was a dream.
It's a premonition.
Dude, I saw this game and I've never seen it before, ever, nowhere. And I walk into Putt Putt one day when Putt Putt was on Veteran. I was like the hangout on Friday nights. There's Terminator 2, the arcade. It's like, and I think they already had the pinball machine out because the pinball machine was pretty fucking dope too.
Pinball machine. I remember playing that. I was gonna say, if we ever go to pinball machines, I'm gonna have to really look up some stuff because those pinball machines. There was a couple of them, but Terminator 2 pinball machine was fucking cool.
I had that on my my Xbox, like the pinball.
Yeah, the pinball game.
That's one
Simulator?
of the machines I have. Yeah, and that's still cool. It's still cool.
Dude, it was so cool. Those that's something that I didn't get a lot of playtime with, is the pinball games. I was into the arcade. I was into the graphics. Even though the graphics were shitty, but it was better than just a picture of something doing something cool with a number next to it.
And that's just a cool fucking game, bro. Like especially when you're in the future part and shit, and you're fighting against the T-800s and all of that.
Yep.
And it's cool. The last board's pretty cool too. When you get to the T-1000, you got the shotgun shells and it's fucking cool.
Taking out chunks.
Yeah, and they end the game, and even with that, the game, dude, that shit is loud as shit. Them guns, when they vibrate loud.
Oh yeah, that's old school technology, bro. That's this stuff's built to last.
But yeah, those guns are loud as hell, and that's a remake of it. That's just a mini version of it. But even those guns, that's what I'm saying. That gun right there is loud as shit. It's not. You can't turn the volume down in that gun the way it vibrates. Literally.
Hey, it makes you feel like you're there, bro.
Dude, everybody comes over, wants to play. It's like, oh, I gotta play. It's like, oh, gotta listen to that shit.
You're like, God damn it.
Now, hey, I ain't gonna lie. There's been many nights, bro, where I just took both guns and just like, let's do
this. That's like when you used to cheat with Duck Hunt. When I remember when I found out you could cheat with Duck Hunt by just putting the gun on the TV, just moving it right there. I gotta aim from way the fuck over here. I gotta do that shit. I remember the first time I went to a friend's house and he did that. I was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "You're cheating." He's like, "No." It's like, they didn't say you have to. It was like, it literally says in the instructions to stand away from the TV and not to put the gun right on top of the TV. No, that's how I played in my house. I'm like, well, that's bullshit.
Do y'all remember an arcade game maybe about 20 years ago? It's called New York Gunblade. You only seen it in arcades. It had like two big guns, and you'd probably be like in a helicopter. It's like kind of that blocky virtual reality look early on. It was called New York Gunblades. It had these big guns. You'd be like, you're supposed to be on a gunship.
Oh, that's what's up.
And
Dude, that
it was
sounds
cool, bro.
fun as
Because I
hell.
would put like $1 in just to play with both guns, and it was like
This
it was
motherfucker
fucking cool.
thinks he's Arnold Schwarzenegger in fucking Predator. Kill me! Go!
Well, it's crazy because if you go to like the like the laser tags, these motherfuckers got like modern day games in there, like Aliens and games you'll never see in an on a home system, and they're cool looking.
Yeah, well,
It's
because
like holy shit.
they still have some companies out there that'll make those games, which is pretty awesome. I love that.
But yeah, we're gonna have some honorable mentions after those. So I was
yeah.
number 2. So Derk, what's your number 2, my friend?
Number 2. I'm picking nothing but sequels today. I don't know why. But anyway, number 2 came out in 1990. The first one was good. The second one was good. And this character was also on the cartoon Captain and the Game Master. But this game was Castlevania 3.
Simon.
Love that game.
Castlevania. I remember
Dracula's Curse. Wasn't that Dracula's Curse? Yeah.
Can't remember.
I think
Yeah,
so.
because that was the one where you'd be like the different characters, huh?
Yep.
The
You
pirate
can
and
Cypher,
everything.
Alucard, Dagger. I would always pick Cypher the Magician.
I like the pirate.
Yeah, I played with the pirate too.
Because the pirate one had that crazy ass board, huh? Where the room would rotate, like
Yep.
you went like, oh yeah, I remember, and that was pretty cool for 8-bit.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
And
dude,
Dracula was scary, dude. I was like, oh, he turns to a
But-
demon? What the heck?
I can't lie, I think all 3 were good though. No, that second one was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it was.
Castlevania was an underrated game because it never got like super big, but like it was almost like an underground kind of thing. Like
It was.
you'd hear somebody at school and be like, "Oh, let's play Castlevania." You're like, "What? You play that too?" It's like,
Yeah, that was a great fucking game. Of
Maybe
all
we-
of them, I mean, the first one was a classic. I mean,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
like one of the Nintendo originals.
Mm-hmm.
dude,
And the second one just upped the ante where you could buy shit and I think you could go into places.
I could hear the music in my
Yeah.
head right now from
Yep.
that game.
Mhm.
Like that's fucking awesome, bro. It's fucking so cool.
Yeah,
I
the
like that.
Castlevania 3 was mine.
Castlevania. Man, Dirk's hitting us with some fucking nostalgia for real, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
Give me all the
Castlevania is a
feels.
classic.
I love Castlevania.
Wouldn't even
Oh,
have thought of
Simon.
that. Wouldn't even have thought of that game, bro. Jesus Christ.
Simon Belmont. And they made a Netflix series out of it, Castlevania.
That's what's
That was
up.
pretty good.
All right. Well, I guess it's up to me now for number 2, huh?
Number 2.
Number 2 is this easy one, and I didn't find out till like 5-6 years ago there was a bug in it that didn't make my team win, and everybody knows that slogan when you say it, and it's an arcade game. He's on fire. That's right. NBA
Boom
Jam.
shakalaka.
NBA
Jam?
Jam, bro. I love that fucking game.
Yes.
Bro.
Boom,
Bro.
shakalaka.
And there
Oh,
was-
it was only great if they had the Shaquille O'Neal on it.
yeah. Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But there was
great game.
Yeah, dude, I love that game, dude. He's on fire. Like, and you still see people say it now for Steph all the time when he starts hitting them, and you're like, he's on fire, and it's like that's where it came from, bro. It came from
Yeah, I know.
these motherfuckers dunking, flying in the sky.
I know.
Just like, holy shit, this is 2-on-2 basketball. This is fucking great.
I know.
I ain't got to worry about controlling 1,000 people. Like this,
And
is
you're
fucking-
jumping 24 feet up in the air for a slam dunk.
Oh my god, it was
That
so
was
fucking
great.
cool. Fucking 3-pointers, just literally the ball's literally on fire. Just
Yeah.
oh my god,
Boom shakalaka.
Yeah, the
Boom
boom shakalaka
shakalaka.
was great, but there was a cheat in there that nobody knew about until way later. But the guy that made the game, well, one of his programmers was a dude from Detroit. So if it was a close game and you were playing the Bulls against Detroit, if it was within the last minute, and like say
Jimmy.
bless you,
Thank
say
you.
that the Bulls had the ball and they were trying to win, they weren't gonna win. If you were within like 4 points in the last minute of that game and you were Detroit playing against Chicago, Detroit was going to win.
Oh.
It was a glitch that he put in there on purpose because he hated the fucking Bulls. Because it was obviously after the Bulls had won 3 in a row.
Yep.
So he was kind of, and of course we had to go through Detroit to get to those 3.
Yep.
So
Remember that.
yeah, we like those years that the Detroit beat the Lakers, and then we
Oh, that was
finally
great.
then we finally beat Detroit. It was like, oh, nobody's gonna beat us now. Like I remember when we beat Detroit in the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, oh, we're good now. We don't
Yeah,
have to
we're
worry
good
about shit.
now. Yeah.
Like, who cares who we play? We're gonna beat them.
We're going to beat them all.
I just remember feeling disappointed when it made it to the consoles and Shaq's not on it.
Yeah, well,
That was like so disappointing. You know, It's like,
what was it? It was
Jesus.
Shaq and what? Penny Hardaway, right?
Yeah.
On the arcade.
Orlando.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
Orlando,
was huge on that fucking game.
Well, Penny Hardaway. Yeah, dude.
Penny Hard, Little Penny.
And Michael and
I
Pippen.
remember Little Penny. Little Penny was funny.
That's right.
Yeah, but then they changed it. Then it turned into
Stockton and Malone.
it wasn't Michael and Pippen. Then it was Michael.
You could rotate them, couldn't you? Like a couple of them.
The arcade version? No, the arcade version you could not.
I thought you could change a line. Like if they give you like 4 of them. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, then they changed it, and it wasn't even. It was MJ and like Horace Grant, like the first edition that came out. It wasn't MJ on the first one, or was it? Or
Well,
I think it was.
shit, Michael was out a lot of games for a lot of years because he didn't
sell his rights.
it. And eventually he did. I think they did that when he came back was what the one, oh shit, about 12 years ago. It was
Probably.
the 2K. Yeah, that's when he
They
came
put all
back.
the legends and stuff in there. Yeah. Those games were crazy
No,
too.
it was like a special edition to him, and it was just like that he was finally back in an NBA game. And that's when they started putting the legends in the game. And now Michael just said, fuck it now. I'm just like, okay.
Oh, he's worth like $3 billion.
And they still dedicate games to his ass.
Yeah.
Dude, the Miami Heat retired to number 23. He never played in Miami.
I know.
Played for 2 teams, the Bulls
And the Wizards.
and then the Wizards. And he was 40 years old. I think he was like 41, 42. His last year in the season in the league, and he played every fucking game and
Yeah, he
averaged
did.
like 27, 28 points a game too. It was like, what? This dude is in his 40s, still averaging this against fucking NBA players that are, half his age, easy. That's just like LeBron doing it now. But it's a totally different game than what it was back then. 'Cause
Yeah.
by the time MJ left for real, then they started changing the rules a lot.
Yeah.
Like the hand checking thing. Like, can you just imagine that? I put my hand on the back of your hip because you're trying to back me in, and I could just move you around, and I got hand check. No, you do that now, foul.
Yeah,
Foul. You touched him. Oh,
Check
sorry.
it out.
We're not playing a physical game. My bad.
See, check it out. Because this is when he came back for the first time in video games.
Nope. There we go.
And this was I was sold on this commercial.
And look at the graphics.
I know.
At 6'6" from North Carolina, playing
Yeah, I remember
shooting
that.
guard, number 23, Michael Jordan. I love them, Jay.
Double nickel. I remember that. The rival. Yep. Flu game.
Oh yeah, the flu game. Yep, Scotty had to take him off the court, and they don't think it was
Last
a flu
dance.
game. They think it might have actually been
Food poisoning?
Food poisoning game. Yeah, because he ordered a pizza and he ate it by himself, didn't share it with nobody. So some people think that it might have been a flu/diarrhea game, which you can have diarrhea and be
Probably.
part of the flu, or just
Hope
have
we won't
diarrhea.
get copyright for that.
Neither one. I hope not, bro. That's a common thing they play in every sports arena everywhere.
Yeah.
Like they play that song everywhere.
Everywhere now.
But yeah, bro, NBA Jam.
NBA
Like
Jam.
the
Wow.
first
I
NBA
forgot all about
Jam.
that one.
And it was the arcade version only, bro. Like they didn't have that shit on console yet. But that shit was fucking crazy. He's on fire.
Yeah, he's
It was
on
awesome.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Watch this shit. Not only did they give the man a great commercial. Now this is okay. I figured out it was 2K11.
Mhm.
All right. So not only did they give him watch the intro to the fucking game, bro. I mean, so much respect. Watch.
Right. He rose above all. He changed the game and became a legend.
This is every Bulls fan's wet dream, dude.
Bro, I don't even know what you're talking about. This is fine. This is just normal.
Are you ready?
Oh, sorry.
United Center.
Yes,
Oh,
the
man.
United Center, baby.
Now this is a 12-year-old game.
Yeah, you should see the graphics now. It's these are good for what they were, but man,
I
now
still
they're just
think they're good.
Look at that Bill Cartwright. Oh my God.
Oh, what, John Paxson? Forrest Grant?
Bill Cartwright had the most broken fucking jump shot I've ever seen in my life.
They still made him.
And he played hard defense on your big man.
He did.
Benny the Bull. I love Benny the Bull.
Oh, Benny the Bull. Oh, damn.
They were going to show the shot where he lays it up, goes to dunk it, then pulls it down, and then brings it and does a reversal on the left.
I remember that one. That was great.
Bro.
Nah. Oh, there we go.
Oh, my goodness.
That's great.
All right. Okay, we can get off of Michael Jordan's dick now, so that's good.
Hey,
Get that out the way.
He is the king.
It's not LeBron? No.
LeBron will never ever have a legacy. This man has been out the game for years, and they still make games after him. Do they make any of Kareem? Do they make any of Magic? Do they make any of Larry Bird? No.
They should.
Michael Jordan. But I agree, but they put them all in the games now. Most of them will sign their rights off.
Oh yeah,
so.
they have it. Because they're getting pretty good royalty checks from it. So.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a play you can't find as long as you were a decent player, especially for that team.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this is the only guy they dedicate games to, and the guy hasn't played in 20 years, 22 years, or whatever.
Yeah,
21 years, and they
Wow.
still, and his shoe's still the best-selling shoe of all the time, or every year.
Bro. Phil Knight took such a fucking leap when he was like, let's sign this rookie out of North Carolina.
Yeah.
They're like, let's do it. And he almost didn't take the deal.
I always believe he was in the right. Everybody was at the right place at the right time. It was just perfect.
Yep.
I think his career could have been different if he went somewhere else.
And it's crazy because MJ didn't even like the color of the shoe.
Oh,
He wanted the first Jordans. He didn't like that black, red, and white pattern. The original, the old schools. No,
Yeah.
he didn't like that. He wanted it to be North Carolina blue, but he wasn't going to be able to wear that playing in the Bulls.
Right.
And
Yeah, right.
the NBA has such strict policies about dress code out there now. It's fucking crazy. Like you see a guy out there now in the NBA with fucked up shoes or shoes that aren't considered. They got approval from the league. Oh, here you go, $10,000 fine for using the wrong shoes.
Yeah.
Hell, Tyreek Hill in football just the other day, I guess against that game against Denver where they blew him out by 70
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago, he got fined $17,000 because he didn't have socks on.
Whoa.
$17,000
Dang.
for no socks.
No socks. He said, fuck socks. I can go.
And you couldn't tell he had no socks, but then you looked at his leg and it was bare between his knee and his ankle where the tape was. So like even if he had small socks on, you wouldn't be able to tell because the ankles were taped up all the way.
Huh.
But that's not. You forget they got to have socks come up something. I'm like, are you shitting me, bro?
All right, where we at? I think Derk.
Dirk.
We had number one.
Dirk's number one.
Number one.
I love this game so much that when I was in high school, I bargained with one of my friends to change systems because I wanted to play this game so bad, and that was Sonic the Hedgehog. I love Sonic the Hedgehog.
Really?
Old school
Yeah.
original Sonic the Hedgehog. That game was fun, bro. Sega Genesis was that the first 32-bit?
16.
16-bit.
Was it 16? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That man, Sonic the Hedgehog was fucking awesome, dude.
I did.
Their first whole line was great. Sega Genesis. Their first. I mean,
Sega came out. Yes, Sega came out the box, bro. Like they came out the box. Like we're coming for your shit, Nintendo. And then it just didn't last.
Yeah. And I was on Nintendo.
Nintendo held on though for a long time into Super Nintendo. They did hold on for a while.
They did.
Yeah, Sega was pretty fucking cool.
Nintendo has probably one bragging right there. I don't. None of them else have. This may not be true, but I believe it. Those suckers were made to last. Those 8 bits, and they still. You can find one today and just clean it up. Boom, it works.
Yeah. Yep. Blowing the cartridges, you're right.
Stick that fish in and push it really hard, then jam it in. Turn that motherfucker on. Sometimes you gotta hit the reset button. Much time with the power button. Bro, I
Yeah, them
remember
little
blowing the
suckers
fuck out of
work.
those cartridges, bro.
Yes, I hated that, but it sometimes worked. Yep.
But Sonic. Did you
Sonic
like
the
the other
Hedgehog.
Sonics?
Yeah, I like the second one too with Tails. Then
Did
they
you ever
add
play?
Knuckles in there.
Did you ever play Sonic CD?
No, I didn't.
That one's pretty. I mean, it wasn't an improvement, but it was pretty much the same game, just on CD form. It had some different shit. I couldn't give you like complete details, but I played it because of my two best friends.
I wanted to play Night Trap, but I didn't have Sonic. I didn't have the Sega CD.
We saw it, but we never did play it.
I never played the Sega CD. I only had just the regular Genesis. Never had anything past that. That was one of the games that I used to play when I was telling you before. When I used to play the hockey game on that, and it was like NHL, whatever the hell, on Sega Genesis. I would play that shit all the time. And I was playing with the Pittsburgh Penguins because they had Lemieux and Yager, and I was like, yeah, nobody's gonna beat me. Nobody's gonna beat me.
Hate the Penguins.
Yeah, I didn't even like the Penguins. I was a Blackhawk fan, but I was like, in this game, this team is so much better than everybody else. I'm gonna play with them. So that's the game that I played with.
Yeah, I mean, I had my two best friends. Gary's met them before. Old best friends. They would have those systems before like people even knew about them. Like the Genesis was one. They had that fucker in layaway like the day one it came out. That's when Children's Palace or Toys R Us was doing layaway.
Children's Palace.
It had to be Toys R Us, I want to say. And they had that shit at layaway for like months. And they were just counting the fucking days. Same thing with Sega CD. They got that shit Christmas night, I think 1992. And I was over there that night. I was living out here at that time, but we were out in Battery for Christmas. And I'm like, yeah, we got it, bro. The Sherlock Holmes and all the games that came with it. And it was like, I'm on my way.
You used to get so many good deals back in the day. You get like 2 or 3 games.
Yep.
And an extra remote or extra controller. No, you don't get that shit no
dude,
more.
They had the original Sega CD, dude. Like the one where you had to put the top of the Sega on top of the fucking thing, and the disc drop would come out. Not the side one. That was the later on one. They had that one, dude. Like playing that Sherlock Holmes game was just like the greatest fucking thing ever. You know, it was like this cinematic movie slash game you're playing.
Yeah,
it was crazy, and they had some great like games they gave you too, and came out. Loading time sucked.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, well, what you can do about that?
Yeah, 16-bit.
That's what's up.
I was Team Nintendo, but I had to play Sonic.
Well, Nintendo came back hard too.
I was a Team Nintendo guy too, but I liked all the Sega games. The Genesis games were just fucking. They were so cool. They just seemed so much better. Like they seemed better quality, better graphics, like better concepts of ideas. Like I don't know, but Sonic was fun. Sonic was a fucking. That's a fun fucking game, dude. That was a fun. I getting hit with the fucking spike and all your fucking rings are everywhere. You're like, God, I can hear that noise right now too. You motherfucker!
You're gonna get those rings. You're gonna die without them.
I know. God damn it!
That fucker didn't even touch me.
I know. This is bullshit. Fuck this game.
I know.
Play this shit no more. Oh my god. All right.
I hooked that up to a black and white TV and it still looked good.
Oh, it still doesn't matter. You fucking know what's going on. You already know. Your mind's already been like, oh, I remember this. I remember how much anxiety we got playing this game because you're going 1,000 miles an hour and you're like, oh, don't be no fucking trick shit. And then all of a sudden there's, you should have jumped right here when he was rolling in this one little millisecond that you had to hit the button.
Yeah,
right away.
I remember that.
And if not, ping, ding.
Like, yo, I'll loan you my system. I'll loan you all these games. Just let me have Sega and give me Sonic. That's what I did.
That's what's up.
And I was happy.
Oh, man. That's fucking great. All right. Now, this game was the first game that I ever played in the arcade, and then I was so happy that they came out with it on consoles, and it's been on consoles ever since, and they keep on redoing it. And it was the most graphic, violent game I've ever seen in my life.
Boom.
And you would rip people's fucking spines out.
Mm-hmm.
And they had different fatalities that people would turn into animals, and they would eat them. Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat was the most violent game I've ever seen in my life when I was a kid. And I was like, what? And then when they got it to console, you had to put it where it was either the gory version or the not gory version. And the only difference was the blood was just gray. Instead of red blood, it would be gray blood. I remember that much. I remember that little setting. I was like, what?
No, the funniest part when Nintendo did it, Nintendo 16, when you can uppercut them on the spikes and they just land and nothing happens.
Yeah.
They miss the spikes.
It's like this is not right, but it's okay. But that Mortal Kombat, bro, in the arcade,
Yeah.
doing a finishing move on somebody. Oh my god! After you just beat their ass on a perfect. Oh god, give me Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero.
Fucking throw his hat or freeze you up and just
Freeze you.
throw you into 1,000 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Raiden.
Fatality.
I know, right? Fatality.
Reptile.
The animality. That was another one.
That's what part
Friendship.
2. That's when it got into part 2.
Yeah.
They
For
started
all
doing
the-
it. Part 2, I think, is the best one ever. I love part 2. I like it before they get 3 kind of got complicated with the run button and all that shit. That shit wasn't for me. You know,
Wow. Wins.
characters were cool.
Yeah, they were.
all the characters. They came out with another one, Mortal Kombat 1. They just came out with a new one this year.
Oh,
that
that's right,
shit-
they did.
There'll only be one Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah, no, but the graphics on this, bro. You look at it's like a movie. It's like you're
Scorpion.
watching a movie.
Sub-Zero.
Scorpion wins.
Kano.
Raiden wins.
Johnny Cage.
I know, yeah.
Sonya.
Oh my god, Sonya.
Raiden.
Sonya.
Yeah, we've said Raiden.
I said Raiden.
Well, I didn't say Raiden.
Oh, okay.
Shang Tsung wins.
Raiden. I know, yeah, Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung. Then Shao Kahn. Whatever his name is.
Goro.
Goro. Yes.
Goro, yeah.
And then
Fucking
Katoro.
forearms. Yeah, the fucking forearms, that fucking
Mhm.
dude. Oh my god, dude. There's so many fucking that game when I first played in the arcade, I'm like, what is this? Seen a group of kids. I'm like, what the fuck's going on over here? I go see over there. Oh my god. He just ripped his spine out. What the fuck? How did you do that?
He ripped his heart out, Kano.
Yeah, another game I knew like a year before it was coming out because of my 2. They're like, dude, look at this game in the magazine. And the first thing that struck me was, what is the dude from Big Trouble in Little China in the game for? You know, Raiden, because everybody takes, that's where they based him from. Raiden
Yeah.
from that character. And that was like the first thing I know. I was like, that's your boy from Big Trouble in Little China, the lightning god. And
Yeah,
sure
Raiden.
enough,
There he was.
yeah. And that's what first thing I saw all the first images of it. I'm like, you didn't think nothing of it until you actually play it. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, because you're just seeing still shots and you're just like, whatever. Looks kind
Yeah.
of cool. Always
And
got the light
they were like
going out of the
early
game.
post production. I forgot what magazine it was. Player, Gamely, a monthly. I don't remember. It was like 91, 92.
Awesome. Mortal
But
Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, that is a classic, dude.
Yep.
That is a classic.
That was one of my favorites, bro. That was one of my favorites ever. All right, Chris, you got to wrap us up on this last number one. Is this one of the ones you were struggling on, or was
No, this was definitely number 1. It's an emotional pick. And actually, this particular game was on arcade, but made a big leap when it went to just the Super Nintendo. This is when the 16-bit wars started.
Uh-oh.
And of course, Sega's counterpart strike was Mortal Kombat with the blood cheat. But Street Fighter 2, Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
That's a good game too.
Even though it was I played the shit out of it on arcade. When it got to the Super Nintendo, it goes back to my friends. When they got it, I remember the first day they got it. We stayed up for like 3 fucking days straight playing. This is we no drugs back then. We were just a bunch of young fucking kids.
Yeah, just had
Playing
energy.
Street Fighter for like 3 days straight. I mean, literally. And then as we got older and they moved to a bigger house, there was just fun times with their brothers at late at night. We go put it in the front room TV and hook all the surround sound system up, turn the lights, and their older brothers be smoking weed. And it's like when we started, like, and I'd be sitting there smoking cigarettes and shit. And we just played this shit all night on the big TV in the front room with the shit blaring. Because their room was like upstairs, the parents.
No.
And it was just good times with that fucking game, even with the arcade throughout the years before that. So Street Fighter 2, definitely. I've had the best memories with.
That's what's up.
Memories I can never, ever replace again.
Guile.
And I'm talking about the original Street Fighter, not 1, but part 2. But not the championship edition. The first one, because, dude, that thing was, like, big when it hit the Super Nintendo. That helped Super Nintendo big time.
The Haslam, was that his name?
The what? Oh, Dalsim,
something like that.
Yeah, that's I don't know.
Dasim, something
No,
like
it's
that.
Dalism, I don't know.
It's DHAL. ISM or something like
It's
that.
Alcine.
The
or
Dalai
something.
Lama. I don't know.
All I know is his arms were fast as hell, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Guile.
E Honda.
You had
Oh, yeah, E Honda.
Chun Li.
Zangief,
Chun-Li, she was a badass.
Zangief, Ken, Ryu,
Yep.
Hadouken!
Vega, Balrog,
All wrong.
Sagat, and M. Bison. General Bison. Even
Was
though
it
the
the-
movie sucked, but Raul Julia was
I was
fantastic.
gonna say Raul Julia was Bison. I remember that. I was like, he's too short to be Bison. Bison was a big dude.
It
The
didn't
anime
matter.
movie was good though.
No, okay. If anything was entertaining about that movie, it was Raul Julia. That's
Yeah, he
the
was
only
good.
reason it watches because of Raul Julia. Anything else is like,
Was Jean-Claude Van Damme in that one too?
yeah.
Yes.
Who wants to come with me? He was Guile.
He was guy. Yeah, I was like, how is he an American soldier with a thick ass European accent?
The two dudes they had for Ken and Raul was like pathetic. Yeah, I mean, that was just pathetic. The guy they had for Zangief was good. They just had a bad script.
Yeah.
I love
had a
the
bad
best
everything,
part
bro.
when your girl Chung Li's like, you raided my village, everybody died, and you killed. I'll never forget that day. And Raul Julia is like, I don't remember, but that was just a Tuesday for me. Like, he didn't even
Pretty
give a
much.
shit.
Like,
And, that was great.
I was destroying villages all the time, bro. What are you talking about?
That's a Tuesday for me.
Yeah, like I said, he made the movie. When he gives Sagat the money and Spicing on the money, he's like, what the fuck is that? He's like, oh, that's going to be worth a lot of money, so don't worry.
Oh my god.
But yeah, definitely Street Fighter 2. It was just a lot of fun memories.
That
with
was fun.
That was a fucking pretty cool.
And it would get ugly too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Of course it would. It always would. All those games that were two players you could actually play at the same time. Bro, it's just like then he like since that was our list, and then like the games that we left off like Tekken 2, Tekken 3, those could have gone on there.
Killer Instinct.
That's a good game.
Hold on.
Oh. Yeah, I love Killer Instinct. Ultra combo.
Was that the one that the one that they had the swords, right?
Not sure if that.
Or no. I know no. That's another one that I'm thinking of. No, that's Soul Blade or something like that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Killer Instinct had Glacier and Fulgar and
Yep. Now I know what
Orchid.
you're talking about. Yes. Okay.
Check it
Yeah.
out.
10,000 combos.
A couple years ago, Dirk, I gave like Gary could tell you Boogie. I gave him like this crate of fucking vintage video systems, like Super Nintendo, Sega CDs, all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
And I kept two things. Well, one of the things I've been having for years, I kept this for Genesis,
Yeah.
Genesis.
and now this game I look for years, and I come across at a game trader one day. It was just sitting in the cabinet. Dude's like, I got it for 2 days ago. Like, well, it's gone now.
Oh. Is that
What the
Moonraker,
hell?
Moonraker, Michael Jackson.
Moonwalker.
Yep.
What?
I remember that.
Now the arcade versions was far superior.
No
than this.
doubt about it. It
Yeah.
was.
It was. That was a crazy fucking.
But this one, it was cool hitting the, doing the smooth criminal board and all that shit.
Mhm.
dude, what?
Get the star.
I
turn into
haven't
the
seen
robot.
one of those forever, bro. Those were super rare. Those were super
Dude, when I was just passing the case and they were all stacked, just like this, with their names, and I'm just looking, I see it, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I'm like, hey, bro, get that out of there right now. He's coming home with me. It was like before Katrina when I got that. Now my two friends had this game, so that's how I knew, I played it. But the arcade version was far superior.
I love the arcade version.
That's
especially when you hit the special button, they all start
They
dancing.
had a lot of cool arcade games that never made it to like console. Like y'all remember Mercs?
Yes.
It was like a commando looking game, but the graphics were cool as fuck. You kill a water buffalo that went in the water.
What?
That would Mercs. It was a
Remember Mercs,
3-person game, and you'd be like a guy with a gun shooting the enemies. But it was like a jungle setting, but they'd have like animals that would get hit in the crossfire.
Yo, that's nutty, bro.
Dude, Mercs. It was around Michael Moonwalk on arcade was around.
Yep.
Dude, there's a game that I remember that was one of the best like first person shooter games ever. is GoldenEye 007.
Oh, a lot of people love that game.
Bro, that game was
GoldenEye was great.
the first multiplayer, like, internet type of game that was like a first person. It was the graphics. You go back to look at them now, you're just like, man, I'm playing with a guy that looks like a real person now, versus what they used to look like back then when you kill them and stuff. But it was just like, man, I remember that game, sniping.
Yeah, GoldenEye was great.
That was a fucking other cool game.
Yeah,
That's what got me into first person shooters too.
Yeah, you remember Narc?
Oh God, do I remember Narc?
Narc was great.
That's a fun game.
That was a quarter kill at the convenience store for us.
It
That
was.
was one of them. Like 720 was too.
Yes.
God, 720. We couldn't. Oh man, motherfuckers were standing in line. No, the one we were at the convenience store the longest for. Waited the longest for. Y'all gonna die on this one. Fucking Akari Warriors 2, Victory Road.
What?
Oh, remember that Akari Warriors?
Dude, everybody was wanting to. Dude, you go to the convenience store, get your garbage pail, kids. You want to play some Akari Warriors 2? Fuck that. They had like 3 deep, bro.
I remember Garbage Pail Kids. That's
Love the
nostalgia.
Akari Warriors too.
That was around that same period, man. I remember getting in fights at that fucking convenience store and shit. You hit motherfucker with icy in the face, dude. It got ugly, and I was the fat kid, bro. And so I got a lot of shit, but I'd also put my foot in some asses once in a while. You don't fuck with my quarters, bro. I was very fuck protecting my quarters. I play some Akari Warriors.
That's my Akari Warriors.
My game's next, you punk.
Dude, I was playing one day and this smart ass motherfucker decided he was like, oh, I got an idea. And I didn't catch what he's doing. And next thing you know, the fucking screen just goes out. He unplugged it on me. And all I did was like, you little bitch took it. And he was dumb. His head's next to the glass window. I just grabbed this and you owe me a quarter, bitch.
All right. All that for a quarter, kids.
It's Akari Warriors, man.
Get out. Go home.
We were just as petty as you guys are now.
Dude, that pissed me off.
Oh my god. There's so many fucking cool games that we left off.
Remember Run and Gun? Basketball game Run and Gun?
Yeah, I remember that one.
I don't
That was
remember
fun.
Run and Gun.
I remember double dribble.
Double
Yeah,
dribble.
double dribble.
Double dribble.
That one, if you went to the top right corner, if you were the team going from left to right and you went to that top corner, you could always hit a 3 from that little corner spot.
Yeah.
That was a glitch in it. I remember doing that. I remember hit like 17 threes in a row at one point.
Check this out. I got this at Walgreens the other day, bro. For $20. Check it out. A handheld. A bases loaded.
Oh shit! I remember those.
And it has 5 different games on it. It has 3 bases loaded, goal, and the 2 hoops games.
That's what's up. That's fucking cool. I remember those little.
I loved it just for bases loaded 1. I was sitting there fucking like, holy shit! And the graphics are all like 8. It's 8-bit, a handheld 8-bit. Isn't that some shit?
Wow. That's cool stuff, bro. Game Boys was the shit back in the day too. Remember those?
It was.
Oh yeah.
And then they started upgrading them. They got too crazy, and I'm like, nope.
Game Gear.
Game Gear. I think Game Gear's problem is the price point on Game Gear. That's what hurt Game Gear. Because they had a couple of them, like Lynx, too.
Game Gear was what?
I remember that. Yep.
Was that Sega? The Game
Gear?
Game Gear? Yeah.
Yes.
Game Gear was Sega.
Look, it was far superior to our Game Boy. It really was. It was.
I remember seeing it.
Fucking ridiculous.
It was expensive. It almost cost like a console. It was
more, maybe. Because they had it, too. I remember because they even bought the TV tuner, too.
Yep.
You just plug it in and you could tune in a TV and shit.
Kids don't know what a TV tuner is right now. What are you talking about? I gotta put it on channel.
Most people have high def antennas. Maybe
I gotta put it on channel 3. What does that mean?
No.
What does that mean? I gotta put it on channel 3. What
but yeah, Game Gear was fucking cool, dude.
Remember that shit, Derk? Remember channel 3? Channel 3 or channel 4, depending on where you live.
Yeah,
you'd have to put it on one of those so you could watch it.
One time mine was channel 2.
Holy shit! What? That's rare.
I know.
Remember the Nintendo Switch on back? Oh, not the Nintendo, the Atari, where you switch the little thing back from TV to game.
TV,
Yep. That was fucking cool, dude.
You'd have to unscrew wires and plug that shit. Like if you had an antenna TV and shit. Yeah.
We were miniature electricians back in the day,
right?
Bro. We had all kinds of
and we do that shit plugged in too. Like, oh well, fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's
a shock, whatever.
Like,
who cares if I get a shock? I just put my tongue on a 9-volt. Who gives a fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I remember that too. Like a dummy.
Just a fucking. See if it's good. That's how you tested it. You're like, let me test this shit. Ah, shit.
Oh, we were
And it gives
so
that copper taste
stupid.
in your mouth, and you're like, I'm gonna do it again. Why? I'm just gonna do it again.
We were so stupid. I remember doing that too.
Look, y'all want to see something? Chris's vintage toy box, lunchbox. Look,
Okay.
check this out. Y'all remember this one from the 80s from McDonald's?
Oh, look at that little Stay
Stay
Puft.
Puft Marshmallow Man.
The sharpener.
Oh, it's a
Sharpener.
pencil sharpener. That's awesome. I love it that it's a pencil sharpener, bro.
I can't see the date. I need my glasses, but yeah, that's I think from 1984, 80, something like that.
Whoa.
Oh,
Kid 84.
man. That's what's up. Bro, do you remember? Look, in a game a game that nobody even brought up either, which is one of probably the most, I don't want to say revolutionary, but it took open world to a different level. Was GTA San Andreas?
Oh, the original, dude. I mean, fuck, we could go to the original. Look, I had that one on my Pentium 100.
What? A
Yeah.
Pentium 100?
Whoa.
What the fuck?
1997, dude. That was like good. That was great. I had
never even
friends that
heard
were
of that.
shit. I bought
That's
it
what
for
That might as well just get a computer.
bought it from a friend of mine for like 800.
800.
That's where I started playing. Yeah, that was like, it was like one that was put together like from good parts. This motherfucker knew his shit.
That's what's up.
And he's like, bro, I know you've been wanting a computer. I went sold my N64, everything, because I wanted a computer.
Oh.
And fuck, I sold it. And that's where fucking games like Age of Empires was starting to come out. Diablo just came out. Quake, all them games. Quake, the Quake Arena, that was starting to get big. And that's where a lot of people started with playing like the arena games. And that's where that shit became popular, fighting each other.
Yeah.
You know, even though that shit was been around, believe it or not, like with the original Doom and Duke Nukem, but back then you'd have to personally connect to that computer.
Yep.
Because me and my best friend that passed, me and him would play Duke Nukem, I think. And
Yeah, it was basically a LAN connection.
yeah, but you can only connect to his computer. There wasn't no places you could go to play other people yet.
Yeah, no.
You'd
that's
have
what
to
I'm saying,
direct connect to a person or something.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I remember I used to have friends that would do those because they all had Xboxes when they first started coming out. And they used to have Xbox LAN parties where everybody would just bring their Xbox to somebody's house.
Yeah,
And
I
you
was
just
just
have
about to say-
LAN, and you just have LAN cables connecting throughout the whole fucking house. Like, you got 4 fucking people in this room, got 3 people over here in this fucking room, you got 2 more people over there, and I'm like, I didn't have that many friends that had all this equipment.
Yeah, the guy who sold me the computer, he had that. We would do Quake eventually, and you'd networking. That's what they were doing.
Yeah.
They were networking. all
Yeah, local
together.
access network. Yeah,
Motherfuckers would
LAN.
just bring that shit, bro, and it was crazy because that shit ain't. I mean, like my home setup. Fuck that. I wouldn't want to have to bring that to another house just to play a game. Fuck that.
Yeah, thank God for the internet and Wi-Fi.
Right? And
My
yeah,
God.
that shit was nuts.
The things we can do now. Oof, my goodness.
But yeah, that's when I started.
Did y'all ever play Tron?
Of course,
Yes.
the arcade. Yeah,
Yep.
of course.
Yeah.
Love that.
Ain't nothing like the fucking the motorcycle part.
I hated
It's
that
still awesome.
part.
No, I hate the fucking one when you got to shoot the fucking barrier.
Oh yeah, the barrier.
Oh,
Fucking
the
thing.
barrier, yeah.
I
That's the
fucking
one I
died there all the
hated.
time. I always fucking sucked at that. But no, give me the motorcycle part. I like that part. Figured
Now
out.
that-
how to-
Speaking of breaking barriers, that was a cool fucking game. Super Breakout. Not
Yeah, Super
Breakout.
Breakout.
No. I'm sorry. I take that back. It wasn't Breakout. It was what was the name? Ann Aykroyd. It was the
I remember
arcade.
that
It was
one.
like
Okay.
the next version of Breakout. You
Yeah.
know,
I remember that.
you get the lasers and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That was a cool game.
I do. You know what we do? You know what we didn't think of either. We didn't say. Probably one of the most classic games ever. Fucking Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Bro,
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man and Mrs. Pac-Man.
Super
Mrs.
Pac-Man.
I was more of a Mrs. Pac-Man fan than I
Mrs.
was
Pac-
Pac-Man.
Mrs. Pac-Man was just cool because it was just different. Because Pac-Man, you got bored. You're like, okay, Inky,
She was
Blinky,
faster. She was
Yeah,
a lot
she was.
faster too.
Yeah, she was. But yeah, that's
Junior
fucking awesome.
sucked. That big ass board you'd
No,
have to
I
play.
didn't like Pac-Man Junior. I didn't play that. Fucking, I played,
Pac-Man Junior.
and the funny thing is, I remember this is the shit. It was go to a old school Pizza Hut that had a buffet, and while you were waiting to get a table, they had the tabletop Mrs. Pac-Man. You just sit there and fucking play
Yeah.
that thing for fucking
Or
25
Donkey
fucking minutes.
Kong,
Oh,
or
Donkey Kong was awesome.
Donkey Kong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was like the original Nintendo lineups, their original fucking games.
Mario Brothers.
The original Mario Brothers.
Do you guys remember
Joust
Q*bert?
too?
Yes.
Oh, Q*bert. Yeah, I hated
Q*bert.
that.
Me too. I hated that
game.
fucking game. You run a
No, what?
thing. What the
If
fuck
I
was
had
that
to
thing?
say my first favorite video game was on my 2600, no doubt, Pitfall.
Yes.
Pitfall was awesome.
Pitfall was just fun, dude.
Missed the same jump 17 times in a row, bro. Every fucking time. It's like, oh, so cool.
Yeah. Jump on alligators' heads and shit. It's
Oh
like,
my god. Oh
that
shit.
game was just fun.
They made a cartoon out of it.
Speaking of fucking like jumping on heads, remember Frogger?
Yes.
Oh, of course.
That was
My
a Saturday
God.
morning cartoon.
Talk about panic attacks. Fucking playing that game when you get to those levels and you're like, oh my god. Like, no, jump back. No, I told him to jump. Fucking truck. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit.
Frog, yeah.
Or like, oh, Mr. Lilypad. Shit.
Oh, I got one. It's a worthy shout out. Mike Tyson's Punch Out, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Come on.
Yeah.
You can't forget about I mean, they don't even license it no more.
No.
But I remember
Maybe they have.
I remember the
re-released
arcade Punch Out. That was fun.
Yeah, it's based off the same game. They just
It
changed it up for Mike Tyson.
Yeah, and they made Mike Tyson the last one. And that one, until I learned what the pattern was, I lost to him so many fucking times, bro.
It's the only game that's still boxing game that's still mentioned today, like as a classic. Everybody knows that game. Ask anyone else about any other boxing. I can name a couple, but
I can't name very many other boxing games other than like Wii boxing.
The one for the Genesis was good. I think it was Legend Championship Boxing, maybe. They had like Rocky Marciano. That's when they had the side view, and you guys were pretty big. They had like Rocky Marciano, Ali.
That sounds familiar. I don't remember playing that. I didn't play a lot of those games on the
The
Genesis.
fight nights were cool. I like the fight nights. They weren't bad. It's
Fight
when
Night
they,
wasn't bad.
I think actually it's almost like the Mike when they got to the fight night with Ali and Tyson, when Tyson finally put himself back in the game. I don't know. It seemed the controls got weird. They wanted you to use more of the sticks, and I didn't like the sticks. I was, more classic buttons.
Shit, hell, nowadays most of the games you got to use all of the fucking buttons.
Yeah, pretty much.
Unless you're playing on M&K, and if you're on M&K, that's different. That's a whole other fucking thing. But then I realized that I'm like, how do these guys do so much stuff on mouse and keyboard? Then I remember that I forgot that the gaming mouses are fucking ridiculous. Like there's like 18. I seen one the other day, like just scrolling through, like fucking Amazon, and it popped up and it showed like a 9-button configuration on the mouse.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? And a scroll wheel was there too. And I'm like, what? I'm like, how many fingers do I have? How am I? Oh, I pushed it down with my palm. What? I don't understand. I'm like,
hey, early Atari was teaching us racism with boxing. It's the white dude and the black dude fighting. It's like, why can't you have two black guys and two white guys? You got to be one black guy and one white.
Yeah, that's
and the white guy looked bigger, but the black dude was faster. And I always get my ass kicked by the black guy, whoever played with the black guy. Because he just gets you in that corner. It's like, it's like, over. It's over. 100 shots. It's over.
Let's go super old school. Super old school.
Okay.
Pong.
I was about to say Pong.
Yeah, Pong, bro. That game was actually kind of fun, bro.
Yeah, it was.
That shit was. I remember playing that on the ColecoVision because he had the little remote where you turned it.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a clicker.
I remember that.
That's all you would do because it was only games you could go side to side. Like Centipede was one. Like Asteroid.
Asteroid, yes.
Oh my god, bro.
Joust was mine.
Joust was fun.
Joust.
Bro. Joust was fun.
Running with big ostriches. There's one you like. Remember Arch Rivals?
Oh, of course, with the basketball
game.
guys, yeah.
Mohawk punching people.
What? Had the coach like.
I don't remember that.
You remember Arch
Rivals?
Rivals? Oh, it was great.
No, I'm looking this
It's
shit
a
up right
basketball
now.
game, Garrett. This is right up your alley.
You could be
You
like
think so?
slipping on like drinks and shit on the
You know,
floor,
you can
and
punch people and stuff.
yeah,
What
Arch
the
Rivals.
fuck?
I would
That
always
was,
pick
that
Mohawk.
was an arcade game. It started as an
Yeah.
arcade game first. Who
Oh
remembers?
my god! Now I remember this game.
Oh yes.
Holy shit! This is like a cheap version of Double Dribble.
Yep. can punch people
Yeah,
and all
actually,
that.
I would say it's. I would say it's a better version of Hoops.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
It's 2-on-2.
I do remember this game. Oh my God.
About to say, like, what? How you not
Who
know
remembers
I just
the
didn't.
art?
When you said the name, I'm like, oh.
Now this is a game I would love to see one do if they do it right. Who remembers the World Series game on arcade where you'd have the dial to pitch and you'd let it go, and even with the bat, you had one right here.
Yeah.
That would be cool because that shit was hard.
That shit was one of those
Yeah.
50-cent up games. That was an expensive game.
No, I remember it was 25 cents. It was you had to pay by inning, though.
Yeah,
It
that's
meant you
why,
get like
yeah.
3 innings, and it was
Yeah,
like, okay, another 25 cents.
To play a
Yeah.
whole game, it costs at least $1 or some shit.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
where they started that shit from. Play a couple innings and you could play.
Yeah. Oh man, I remember those games. I remember I remember when they first started seeing those games you could actually sit in and be a part of it. Like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like any of the motorcycle games, like any of the Grand Prix motorcycle, and you're literally sitting on a motorcycle and
Yes. Yes.
you're like,
I remember those.
I'm gonna fall off of this bitch.
Yeah.
My favorite one is still Afterburner 2 and they had it in Terminator 2.
Yep.
That one's probably one of the
Afterburner
best
was
ones I've ever
great.
been in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They had a couple of. I mean, they had
Hard
they had a
driving.
couple.
Remember that one?
Hard
Yeah.
Drive is one of my all-time faves. That's how I actually learned how to drive a standard.
Yeah, hard driving
People
was.
would get mad when they crash and they show the slow motion. And you try best not to laugh at them.
I used to just go there just to practice on the speed track, just to practice driving stick.
Stick. Yep. Yeah, I learned how to drive stick probably playing from that, and going fishing with my pops.
My friend let me drive his Gremlin. He's like,
shit.
bruh, all right, let's see if this really works. Because for years I would tell him, I learned from Hard Drive. Sure enough, dude. He's like, holy shit.
You're like, wait a second.
I wasn't great, but I did enough to impress him.
There you go. That's all you got to do.
You know,
And if it was Teppen, it didn't really take that much to impress him.
Yeah.
Hey, he
Oh,
knew
we
how to
forgot
drive a standard
Tetris.
though. A lot more impressive than me. I couldn't drive one. I still couldn't drive one.
Look, man, I love seeing that meme right now. It's like like a Gen Zer with a rotary phone, analog watch, a stick shift, and then and write all the instructions on how to use everything in cursive.
Like I said, I did kid, bro, with the record player. I gave it a record and the record player. I'm like, good luck.
Where do I put this? I don't know where to put this thing in.
Where's the drive at? Does
Where's
it
this-
open up?
This is so big. What is going on here? Hey, shit, some kids don't even know what like rewritable CD-ROMs look like.
Oh, I remember those.
Oh my god, I remember we used to burn the CDs all the time.
Yep, same here.
Make a little playlist. And we grew up with the technology, so we had to go from recording that shit off on the radio with your
Yep.
dual cassette
Mhm.
deck
Yep.
if you had one.
One more thing, since we're doing 50 video games, I gotta show this.
Okay.
Hold on, let me
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Straight at it.
We don't want to see his ass. That's probably what it is.
That could be it. How could we forget Tetris? Remember that one?
Oh my god, Tetris is awesome.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Gyromite. That Gyromite?
The little
Yeah,
robot.
it's one of the Nintendo robots, but this is one from Japan.
Oh,
This
yeah, that's-
is you see it's not Nintendo, it's the other company,
Yes, that's
the
the sister.
family computer.
But the robot is even spelled how they would spell Nintendo. It's the same lettering, it's the same coloring, the style of the
So-
block letters.
So yeah, it's not actually a Nintendo, but it's the
Oh.
same company, but the Japan.
Dude, I remember
version of
those
it.
fucking things. Dude, I remember those
Gyromite.
little-
Yeah.
Brandy got me this last year for Christmas because it's like I'd like to have one in the box. There's the Nintendo logo, but this is the Japan version. And yeah, she found me one. I was like, holy shit! Even though I gave all my shit away, but it's like that's a keeper. Just to
That's a
keep it
keeper.
the
Yeah,
display.
that's pretty fucking cool, bro. I ain't got nothing that cool.
Oh, but like Gyromite. Chris got Gyromite?
No. What other fucking video games
Nah.
and stuff were there out there?
Actually, it's the only game I've really kept. The only Madden game I've ever kept because I had to.
Oh yeah.
Ah, Drew Brees.
Yeah, Drew Brees on the cover.
Yeah, I had to keep.
That was a revolutionary game too, Madden's when they first
Madden,
came
yep.
out.
Mhm.
Like those
Oh
were just
God, they were horrible for Super Nintendo and Genesis. Man, players were
Oh.
all over the field.
Yeah, no, it was only good when it got to PlayStation. When it got to PlayStation, that's when you started seeing it be a lot better.
I don't care what they say. And if NFL 2K5 is the greatest NFL game ever made.
No, NCAA 13 or something. Can't remember which one. There was an NCAA one that was the best year ever.
Hmm.
The NCAA football. That was because it was, because you could actually recruit, and you can get a guy from his first year to his fourth year, or if he leaves early, you can go to the draft. And if you had the Madden
Yeah, it would.
version,
They still do
you
that.
can
Well,
still transfer
not
it. Well,
recently.
they haven't done it recently, but
Yeah,
then you
no
can
college
transfer
game.
your guy from college to the NFL team, and then keep your story mode or franchise mode going on in that. Like, man, that shit was awesome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That
man, it's
is
just
awesome.
gotten stupid over the years.
Well, the controls and the things is ridiculous.
They don't even run like real people anymore. They don't.
Yeah, they
2K5 is still considered the greatest NFL game ever. People still play it to this day.
Football. Remember High Impact Football by Midway?
I'm gonna fuck you up.
There was a computer version. There was like a robot version of that game. You ever seen the robot football game?
Oh yeah,
I think
yeah.
so,
Yeah, I couldn't remember the name.
Cyberball.
Is that what it was? Cyberball.
Cyberball?
Yep.
And you
Cyberball.
could
Yeah, oh,
repair,
yeah.
you had to spend money to repair your guys on the field
Yep.
if they got blown up.
Yep. Trust me, I know. They had that game, so yeah, it was one of our faves. I got
What was
the
that one
mutant
football game that took place in the Stone Ages?
Oh, Caveman Olympics?
Yeah,
I think.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Can't
It was arch rivals, but football back in the day.
That's fine.
Oh, pigskin something.
Pigskin, yes, pigskin. I used to love that game. That was so much fun.
I was like, wait a second, that sounds familiar.
Yes, pigskin. I used to love that game too. Where you can kill people on the field.
Dude, there were so many games. Remember Double Dragon?
Of course. I have it on
yes.
the PlayStation.
Dude, Double Dragon was so fun.
I even got
Double
Karate
Dragon.
Champ.
Oh my god.
Oh,
yeah,
I remember that
Karate.
one. Oh, Karate Champ. Yeah.
Two
Yeah, right.
sticks.
Or Kung
And
Fu.
it's the Japanese version too. It's not the American version. Like the version you saw in Bloodsport, Donald Gibb and Jean-Claude were playing. That's that version I got on the PlayStation, not the one in the American arcades.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, that's cool.
Where you go into dojo to dojo and you got the crowd in front of him. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's fucking awesome. Holy
Still a
shit.
pain in the ass game, but
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Don't forget Kung Fu. That was a good game.
I remember Kung Fu.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kung
Kung
Fu.
Fu. I seen that recently, not too long ago somewhere. But there's a lot of arcade games I used to love. Black Tiger was another one. Renegade was another one.
X-Men
Oh, I remember Renegade,
versus
Yes,
The
X-Men.
four
X-Men.
player?
yeah, the X-Men one, yeah, where you
Those old school X-Men. I know what
yeah,
you're
the old
talking
school
about.
X-Men, the arcade game, yeah, where you
Yeah,
could play
Hawkeye
with
and
Wolverine.
Cyclops. Yeah, the old
Colossus.
school Wolverine. Colossus, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot there was somebody else. Who were we missing?
The Turtles.
Turtles, yeah, and Turtles in Time.
Yeah, Turtles in Time. Even
I
the
like the
Simpsons had a
Turtle
video game.
The
that
Simpsons
bitch
video
was
game was
hard.
weird, bro. That shit was
Yeah.
fucking super difficult too.
It was, but
I
it was
didn't know how
fun.
to play that game. I was like, I need some cheat codes for this shit. What's going on here?
Any Simpsons game was hard, no matter which game it was. Bart, what was it? Bart versus the Space Mutants was hard as shit. Bart's Nightmare was hard as shit. It was like any game they had for them was hard.
Well, it's because they're all time travelers, who make the show. So they're trying to tell
Yeah.
us what's going to happen ahead of time. So maybe the video game's got some Easter eggs that we don't know about.
Well, you gentlemen ready to wrap it on up? We are hour and a half in.
Yeah, that was good. I like that. That was a fun show.
That was
Fun
fun.
show.
Castlevania, bro. That was the one that threw. I was like, bro, I forgot about Castlevania. Like that was such a. Oh no, we got to mention one more game. I got to mention this one, The Legend of Zelda.
That game, if you're willing to put the time in, that game is probably one of the games that it holds up to today.
It's such a long game, and it was so basic. It's like going on your little map.
Oh, man. The only problem is finding like a version, like an emulator, instead of playing it on the Nintendo, because that shit would get erased if you have trouble with the cart and the whole thing would erase. And it's like, what?
You lost all your progress. You were so pissed.
He forgot Metroid.
I was going to say that about Metroid was probably harder than fucking Zelda. I mean, that was an all-nighter.
Yeah,
that was a fucking all-nighter with my two friends. I mean, you get the Mother Brain and shit. And it was like, cool. The Justin Bailey code.
Bro, these games, man.
Metroid, yeah, Justin Bailey code.
I miss all these old games like that, man.
And they had cool Metal Gear. The original Metal Gear.
Metal Gear, yeah. Bionic Commando.
I
Oh my
love
God.
that game.
Yeah,
I
that game
love
was
that
fun.
game. Still to
So
this
did
day.
I.
You know, that's a sequel to Commando. A lot of people never realize that. It's
Wow.
actually the sequel to the video game Commando. Remember the Commando? You'd be the little dude just going into the enemy camps and shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was the sequel to it.
Oh.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't realize that.
It
Holy
is.
shit.
A lot of people don't catch it. You got to hear the story. Everybody's name is in the game, but you actually go and save him
Well, that's what's up.
in part 2. But part 2 was phenomenal, like with the Hitler character. And
Yeah,
shit.
the Hitler character. And you gotta shoot into the cockpit and he
Yeah.
blows up. Strider, remember Strider?
Strider was a pain in the ass.
It was.
Couldn't figure that game out for shit.
Love Capcom games. Those are great.
Capcom games were good.
Them Konami was cool.
Shit, they had Bible games. A lot of people never knew about. My friend had them, like Bible story games.
Really?
You would have to like one game would be Noah's Ark, and you'd have to go collect like 2 of each things, like food. It was crazy. But they had some crazy fucking games. Y'all remember? Oh, I know we're about to end, but y'all remember this game? You never see this shit in games now. What was the fucking name of that
Tecmo
game?
Knight?
It was a game where you have a crossbow, right? It was like one of the
Sounds
games you shoot
familiar.
at, but you were in a dungeon and people were like in torture chambers, and if you hit like someone's leg, their flesh would fucking fly off, and you see the bone.
Oh,
I can't remember the name of that fucking game, man.
I was just gonna say Oregon Trail. But then you
It's
said
Nintendo, but it wasn't graphic like it was on arcade, dude. I mean, arcade was fucking phenomenal.
a crossbow.
that does sound familiar though.
Yeah, this ain't a Terminator dream. No, I promise. I played it.
It's gonna come out next year. What the fuck? Chris did
Oh.
it again.
I
Ninja
can't
Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden for the arcade was fucking awesome.
It was awesome. The arcade was awesome. Tecmo Knights, remember that one?
No.
I don't remember that one.
They gotta look it up. It's pretty good. It's pretty gory.
Master Blaster. Y'all remember playing Master
Yeah.
Blaster on
Yeah.
Nintendo?
Master Blaster, yeah. You're jumping up high with that car.
That was a sad story. You had your frog and it got electrocuted, became a mutant. Now you got to go kill it. But in the
There was a
process,
game-
you got a cool outfit and a cool vehicle.
Yeah, there was a game just called Crossbow.
It wasn't called Crossbow. I can't. If I heard the name, I would know.
Got one. Remember Battletoads?
I remember, but I don't think I played it.
That was a fun ass game. I love Battletoads.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, I can't remember. I may have to hit that dude up and be like, dude, remember years ago?
Yeah, remember
One
Cross?
No, we were in junior high when I told you. I know. What the fuck was the name of that game? I can't remember what it was called, man. They actually made it to 8-bit, but it wasn't. It was still graphic, but not like the arcade. The arcade, was still top notch back then. I remember this fucking game.
Ooh, how about Slaughterhouse? Remember that one? It was on Genesis.
I remember Splatterhouse for
I'm sorry, Splatterhouse.
but that was
Excuse me.
it? I thought that was Turbo Graphics originally.
Yeah,
So the first two. Splatterhouse, the dude with the Jason mask?
Yeah, was that TurboGrafx 16?
That was Turbo Graphics, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I would have loved for that game to hit another console because I mean that was a system that really never people had it, but
I don't even know what you're talking about. Turbo
TurboGrafx 16?
No idea. What
that was like
same time Sega.
Yeah, that was like between Nintendo and Sega.
Mm-hmm. It
Like
was
in between, but it was
system.
If you went into games, you didn't really know a lot about it.
Yeah.
That's like the Jaguar. The Jaguar never had a chance.
Yeah,
I remember hearing about that. That game. It had a It looked like it had a bright future, but they just never developed it.
Dude,
They
Aliens and the Aliens Predator game would have put it over. If that could have gotten mainstream, the Jaguar, and people would have known about that game, I think that game would have helped put it over.
Dude, remember
the Jaguar was
Dreamcast?
fucking good.
The Sega Dreamcast.
Yeah.
That was
That was another one that was like, oh, we tried, but no.
SNK.
Sega had good ideas, but they could just never get it right. Like the Sega CD probably was their best thing they got. CD was.
Yeah, because I think the Dreamcast came after that.
But Nintendo was sticking with the cart. You know, they're like, fuck it, we're not going to CD yet. which they really never have.
And did you
Never
know
wants
that
to see
PlayStation was making a game for Nintendo, or Sony was, and then
Oh, I believe it.
but then Nintendo decided they didn't want to go with the game, and then Sony just decided, well, why don't we just make our own games console? And that's how PlayStation became about, because Nintendo was being so arrogant. They were like, we run this shit.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
PlayStation hit the market, dude, and that's what put Dreamcast out of fucking business.
Oh, Dreamcast was shit after that.
It
Because
was.
Sony
I mean,
came out.
before Dreamcast, they had the Saturn. The Saturn was pretty fucking good.
Sega Saturn, I remember those too. Those were fun. I had a friend that had one of those. I never had one. I had a Genesis, a NES, a Super NES, every single PlayStation. Like I've had every single PlayStation. You're good. Stop watching porn while we're trying to record everything.
Then in the early 2000s, Microsoft would rear its ugly head from out of nowhere with the Xbox and just fucking start a war.
God, Microsoft and Xbox. People are still about that shit now, and I hate that shit.
That was the Scott Hall moment.
I'm like, look, bro. I just
hey yo,
what's this Xbox stuff going on?
Oh my God, the Xbox here. He's here.
SNK.
And it's been a war ever since.
Yeah.
And Nintendo's like ECW. We're just on the side.
Yeah, we're just making our stuff. Leave us alone.
Yeah, leave us alone. We're good.
But y'all ready to wrap it on up? I'll start doing the shout outs and everything.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right.
Getting
Before
late.
I say anything, Dirk, did y'all change your name again?
No, we're
I seen
good.
that picture. Okay. No, because I seen the Mo Dirk guns. I was like, wait, what's going on here? Let me get this.
Did you not notice that Dirk puts a pile of pictures up all the time, bro?
Oh, I know. But I was just making sure. The Mo Dirk City podcast.
There you go.
Dirk and Mojo. Mm-hmm. Then we got Spitball Media with John Draper, Shaheen, and Bisha O'Brien. And we got Rustling Soup with Anthony Missionary Thomas, Joey Numbers, and Kevin Castle, which will be our guest next week. Mr. Kevin Castle, after a year of absence, he will be back.
That's what's up.
And Dirk's already been on the show with him. And Gary, you finally get to meet Kevin.
Yep.
And we just have to figure out what we're going to talk about with Kevin.
Whatever he wants to talk about.
Throw me some ideas this week, Dirk.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
He loves Roman Reigns.
I know.
Tribal chief?
Yes, Kevin loves Roman
I
Reigns.
do want to ask him about what he thinks about AEW right now, because AEW just. Did
Well,
you?
you see
They got
Did,
Edge. They signed
Yeah,
Edge.
they just got Edge. Or
Yeah,
Adam,
but-
whatever the fuck his name is.
Jim Cornette
Cole.
made a good point. When I listened to Jim, because I listened to like his clips to see what his view is on it, and something I noticed before he even said it. He was like, "These dumb fucks." In his surprise in his video, the car drives over rated R. Right then,
Yeah.
there, you know it's Edge. What the fuck? It's a surprise. You ruined the surprise. And I was like,
listened to that.
I
listened
thought
to
about
that,
that when I seen it too. I was like, why would you do that?
Yeah, the
I
ending
know
was so
everybody knows it's
convoluted.
Edge, but come on.
Yeah.
But you gave it away right then and there. Jim was so right. It's like, these
The
dumb
ending
fucks.
was so convoluted too.
Yeah. But we got Edge.
We got Edge.
But you
Adam
lost CM
Copeland.
Punk. But you lost CM Punk. Real
Yeah.
But we
good.
got Edge. We got Adam Copeland now.
That
I like
dude,
Adam.
Edge went there just to fucking work with Christian one last time, and that was it.
Yeah.
Well, you ain't gonna tell me different.
And that payday.
Probably.
Tony Khan gave him all that money. I can't blame him for that.
Come on, let's save it for next week.
Gary's got to go.
I got the dogs with me.
Oh,
So that's
another door they can break.
that's no. Well, they won't break ones in the house. They don't run and jump in those. They only
We'll
do
holler
the-
out some friends too. Jeff Lippman, Chris Matthews, Joe Punches.
Joe punches.
So yeah, y'all hit us up. We got some things coming up. A Halloween show, our live Halloween show on October 28th. God, we almost went 2 hours. Shit. No, sorry.
Yeah, no, this is ridiculous. We do this all.
October 28th, we will be live for our costume. I will make that flyer this week so I can start advertising that too.
Yep, and we'll see what we're all going to dress as, because we're not going to tell anybody what we're dressing as,
No,
right?
Nope.
I
I'm not
Okay.
telling
All right,
none
I'm
of
not
y'all.
telling nobody shit. All right, cool. All right, well, thank you everybody for coming out, checking us out.
all right, he's fired, Dirk.
Rate, review, subscribe. You know, share it, all that stuff. Tell your mom and them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you got, Dirk? You got anybody to shout out?
Oh yeah, Old Guy Metal Cast, Jim Vicious and Sir Robert of Blades. Go check them
what's
out.
up.
Talk about heavy metal.
That's
Good
what's
guys.
up.
Whoa. Yeah. But y'all throw me some ideas. I mean, because shit, I gotta figure out because I got people scheduled and I gotta figure out because I'll get with y'all for our next one so we could get ready for our next one like this. Like I said, I want to kind of stick to this with us three because it seems to be more fun and us just trying to come up with subjects. Oh, okay, yeah, fucking right. You know, white power. You know.
Hey, bro, you made it to the 19-minute and 55-second mark. That's the longest we've ever gone.
But you opened the door. Sorry.
Hey, what do you want me to
I
do?
won't do it with Kevin Castle, I promise.
Oh, okay.
You should just throw it in there in the middle of what he's saying something.
No, don't do that.
Be like, my bad, hit the wrong button.
What the fuck was that? Nothing.
I don't know. I think we're getting hacked. Somebody
God
hacked
damn it, Dirk.
Told you can't share screens. What the hell?
No.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but I'll be there next week.
That's what's up.
All right, gentlemen, and I will see y'all all next week.
All right. Later, y'all.
All right,
Later.
peeps.
Peace out.